Prophet Joshua was one of the most powerful men in the city. He was the leader of Divine Light Ministry, a massive church with thousands of members. People believed he had the power to heal any sickness. Every Sunday, crowd filled his church, hoping for a miracle. But what they didn't know was that Prophet Joshua had a terrible secret. Years ago, he traveled to a hidden temple deep in the mountains, where he met a group of powerful occult leaders. They gave him two rings, one black, one gold. The black ring could create sickness, and the gold ring could make it disappear. With these rings, he built his church, performing miracles that amazed the world. Whenever rich businessmen, politicians, or celebrity joined his church, Prophet Joshua planned his next move. During a handshake or a friendly touch, he would secretly press the black ring against their skin. Within hours, the person would fall sick. Some became blind, some had strokes, and others suffered mysterious attack. Doctors could not find cure. Desperate, the victims would return to the prophet. Prophet Joshua would add surprise and tell them, "The enemy has attacked you, but with prayer and sacrifice, God will heal you." They would bring expensive gifts, cars, gold, houses, and millions in cash. Then in front of the church, Prophet Joshua would wear the gold ring, touch them, and instantly they would be healed. The crowd would scream and call him a man of God. His fame spread across the nation, and people traveled from other countries just to see him. But not everyone believed in his miracles. A young journalist named David had been watching him for years. He noticed a pattern. Only rich and important people got sick, and only Prophet Joshua could heal them. David decided to investigate. He pretended to be sick and went for healing. As the prophet touched him, David felt something cold against his skin, the black ring. He acted weak and left. But that night, he set up a hidden camera in the church. What David discovered shocked him. He caught Prophet Joshua switching rings before healing people. The evidence was clear, but David knew he had to be careful. Exposing such a powerful man of God could be dangerous. He made a plan to reveal the truth, but Prophet Joshua was not an ordinary man. He had powerful connections, and he would do anything to protect his secret. That night, David sat in his small apartment, staring at the footage he had captured. His hands trembled as he watched Prophet Joshua switch the rings right before healing a blind woman. It was all fake. The truth was in his hands. But what could he do with it? Prophet Joshua was not just a church leader, he was powerful. He had friends in government, the police, and even the media. If David exposed him the wrong way, he could disappear without a trace. He decided to be careful. He saved the videos on multiple devices and sent copies to his trusted friends. "Sandra, an investigative journalist. Sandra, I found something big," he whispered on the phone. "I need your help." Hello, story lovers. If you're enjoying this story, please hit the subscription button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your constant support. Let's keep enjoying the story. Sandra agreed to meet him the next day, but that night, strange things started happening. David heard footsteps outside his apartment. He peeked through the curtain. Two men in black suits stood by his door. His heart pounded. He knew they were from Prophet Joshua. Quickly, he grabbed his laptop and the backup drive and sneaked out through the back door. He needed to hide. Meanwhile, at Divine Light Ministry, Prophet Joshua sat in his grand office, staring at his gold ring. His phone rang. "Prophet," a deep voice said, "the journalist has proof." Prophet Joshua's face darkened. He gripped the black ring tightly. "Find him," he ordered. "Make sure he never speaks." David ran through the dark streets, his heart pounding like a drum. He knew Prophet Joshua's men were after him. He needed to disappear at least until he figured out his next move. He rushed to Sandra's apartment, knocking lightly. She opened the door, her eyes filled with worry. "David, what's going on?" "I have proof. Prophet Joshua is a fraud," he whispered, handing her a flash drive. "But they are after me." Sandra locked the door. "We need to be smart. If we go public without protection, we are dead." They decided to send the footage to multiple news stations. But as soon as Sandra tried to upload it, her internet went down. Her phone rang. It was an unknown number. "Stop what you're doing, or you will regret it," a deep voice warned. Then the line went dead. David clenched his fists. "They are watching us." The next day, news broke that David had stolen church funds. It was a lie, but the media, controlled by Prophet Joshua's allies, spread it like wildfire. His name was destroyed overnight. Meanwhile, in Divine Light Ministry, Prophet Joshua held a grand healing service. Thousands came, chanting his name. He performed miracles after miracle, but he didn't know that something was about to change. In the crowd, a woman named Mama Grace watched closely. Her husband had been one of Prophet Joshua's victims, made sick and then healed after giving everything they had. But last week, her husband had fallen sick again, and this time, no amount of prayer had helped. Mama Grace noticed something strange. Every time the prophet touched someone, he glanced at his fingers. She squinted and saw it, the two rings. Her heart pounded. David was right. That night, she called a meeting with other families who had suffered. Some had lost their businesses, others their homes. They all had the same story: mysterious sickness, expensive healing, and then another sickness later. Together, they formed a plan. The next Sunday, the church was packed as usual. Cameras was rolling. People waited for the prophet to perform his miracles. Mama Grace stepped forward with a hidden microphone. "Man of God, please heal my son," she begged, holding out a child who wasn't sick at all. Prophet Joshua smiled. "With faith, he will be healed." He touched the boy with the black ring. Within seconds, the child fell to the ground, shaking violently. The crowd gasped. Then, before he could switch rings, Mama Grace grabbed his hand. "Look at his fingers," she screamed. All eyes turned to Prophet Joshua. The camera zoomed in on his hands. The black ring was still there. Gasps filled the air. People murmured, confused. Then David, who had sneaked into the crowd, played his footage on a large screen behind them. The truth was revealed to the world. Every trick, every lie. Chaos broke out. People rushed forward, demanding answers. Prophet Joshua tried to escape, but the police, alerted by Sandra, were waiting. That night, the news reported the biggest religious scandal in the city history. Prophet Joshua was arrested. His church was shut down. The rings were taken as evidence. But the damage was done. Many families were left with nothing. Some were too sick to recover. Faith was shattered. David and Sandra continued their work, exposing fake prophets across the country, and the people learned a hard lesson. Not everyone who calls themselves a prophet is truly from God. The moral of this story is that not all that glitters is gold. Look before you leap. Evil may bring success for a while, but the truth will always come out. Greed and deception can destroy even the most powerful people. So, my dear story lovers, thank you so much for watching this story to the end. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channels, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your constant support. If you like this story, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think about this story in the comment section, and also comment where you're watching from. See you in our next video. Bye.